Great question. Typically for an investment purchase, if you plan on financing, you're going to need 20 to 25% just for the down payment. Obviously, we want to make sure that we've got money set aside for emergency stuff, vacancy, repairs, remodeling. You just gonna want to keep some money available. So if you think about a typical starter property, let's just use the example of $100,000. You're going to want to have a good $30,000 to $35,000 that will cover your down payment and still have money set aside to deal with the property if issues arise. Obviously, cash is king. So there's a lot of different ways that you can obtain cash, whether you do a hard money loan, maybe you've got an IRA that you want to pull money out of, or a different investment that you want to switch over into real estate. So buying in cash is always easier, but that affects your return. If you can leverage your money, get a down payment, get a loan, and finance it, you're letting that tenant pay the loan off for you, which will definitely affect your return and your rate of return in the long run. So to answer the question specifically, it really depends on what kind of property we want to buy. Entry-level investors, I usually start off in that 100 to 150 range. So that will give you an idea of about 20% down and leaving some money, maybe $5,000 to $10,000 on the side, just in case issues arise. If you've got that kind of money, you're ready to go now. If you've got more, you potentially got multiple purchases, or the opportunity to buy in cash and refi later, or maybe just buy it in cash and have a money-making ATM that looks like a house with a tenant inside. All right, so this is always the question that you should be asking anytime you invest in anything. A fantastic return in real estate, the number that I always hear people want is 10%. And that's awesome if you can get it. But if it's available, I'm probably going to buy it before you can. A more likely return is somewhere between 6 and 8, which I still think is outstanding and will outperform most other investment vehicles that you can get into. It's going to likely outperform your stock portfolio, potentially gold, depending on what you've got. I don't know, is your IRA doing this good, or your retirement fund? Hard to say. What I do know is at the end of your purchase, when it's finally paid off, you actually own something substantial. You own sticks and bricks, and it's liquidable. You can sell it. You can re-rent it again and keep having that cash flow come in. Or you can move into it if you need it. So at the end of this investment cycle, you've actually got something that you can hold, grasp, and hang on to. Typically, our owners are experiencing, like I said, between that 6 and 8%. If you make a smart purchase and factor in everything, we don't fluff the numbers here. I'm talking repairs, maintenance costs, vacancy, any legal items that may come up, your management fees, all the costs that are associated. We can show you true and proven portfolios that are performing at 6.5%, 7%, 8%, 8.5%. Again, if you're talking to people that are promising 10, I will tell you that that was available in 06, 07, maybe 08, but that's a lot harder to get now. The short sales or foreclosures, most of them have processed through, the prices have come back. So if you're chasing 10%, I'd really love to know what you're looking at, and maybe I'll get in with you. Anywhere from 6 to 8 I think is attainable, and again, I think that's a really strong investment and a fantastic return. All right, well, like in anything that you want to invest in, you really want to make sure that you found an expert to help you get the right product. Like I've said before in some of my other series, any agent in town can sell you any property that you want to buy. More importantly, if you're going to use that as an investment, you want to know is how is it going to perform? Is it what tenants are looking for? Is there a difference between a 2-story house and a 1-story house? How many bedrooms do I need? Am I on the right side of town? Will a tenant care if I back a busy street or see a liquor store sign behind me every day? All of those things matter. So when you're choosing your investment partner, someone that's going to help you obtain and purchase this property, make sure that they know what they're doing. If they don't own rentals themselves, that's a pretty big red flag. If they're not going to manage the property for you after the fact, then they can just sell you whatever they want, get it rented, and they're out of the picture. Here at HomeQwik, we're going to help you discuss all of those options, make sure that it's something that is going to be hot on the market, something that the tenants are looking for, something that will be easily rentable again, and of course make sure it's in a neighborhood that's going to go up in value while they're paying it off for you. I can tell you here at HomeQwik, we're going to manage it for you. We're going to stay with you through the whole process. And we actually own and manage our own stuff. I'm a property owner. I own multiple rentals. The owner of my company has even more. So we practice what we preach, and we've got proven results from our customers that have started a portfolio here. Whether you pick me or somebody else, ask those two questions. What do you got, and what are you going to do after I buy it? If they don't own rentals and they're not going to be around after the fact, you might really want to question what type of product they're putting in front of you. So if you want the true answer, call an expert like me anytime. All right, thanks again for joining us for this topic. Obviously a lot of information coming in fast, and there's tons more information that we can get into on a more specific basis. We can get into the laws here in Arizona. We can show you the numbers on appreciation. I've got examples of portfolios that are actively working right now. Even might have one for sale for you that you can jump right into. So again, make sure you get in touch with us for more specific information. We can look at what you've got, where you want to go, and make sure that you understand why Arizona may or may not be right for you.